Market really steady on its downward trend, it seems, but traders saying that perhaps the passing of the AMC bill by the Senate will see a bit of a less of a negative sentiment emerge this week. What's your view on the markets at the moment and the direction it's set to take?
Thank you, Alicia. Excuse me. The view on the market at the moment is still not really clear. And one thing I want people to know is that for the first time we have a Nigerian market that has been driven by fundamentals and it's been driven by market forces. Because at the moment now, I'm not surprised what is happening in the market because we don't really have anything that is moving the market at the moment. Because some of these stocks that blue chip stocks have not really released their results. So the market is still expectant of this result. Some of the companies that have released their result, they've had their rally. People are waiting for the second quarter result to come out. Then again, some of the companies that have released their result, the result has not been very fantastic. So people are responding, the investors are responding to this to the price. So at the moment, as much as people talk about the asset management company bill, good is coming in stream. Nobody really know what is there. The banks are there. We are waiting. How many banks are these? The 9 banks that are going to benefit from the asset management bill, or is it the whole banking sector that are going to benefit from it? So many unclear things about the asset management bill at the moment. But if it comes, definitely it will boost investor confidence and mostly in the terms of liquidity. And at the moment, now stockbrokers are not. Stockbrokers and stock traders and investors are not really holding the stock for the long time. If people just want to buy for short time, nobody's trying to hold. It doesn't have to do with maybe profit taking at the moment. It has to do with people not wanting to be caught unaware. People are not really certain which way the market is going to go.
Of course, this as they await further detail, as you've highlighted. Banks are the players that are continuing for now to drag Nigeria's all-share index lower. We've, of course, got these persistent worries about the AMC, the lack of detail there, and also the worry about the speed with which lenders are returning to profit after last year's bailout. I mean, what's your view on where we are at now, where we've seen quite a few of Nigeria's big players and medium caps, those that have even been bailed out with quite impressive Q1 numbers?
Alicia, I keep saying the Nigerian market sometimes defy every known fundamentals when it comes to stock market. We realized that when the bank were even having problems some time ago, they were still coming out with wonderful results. So people, and I think it just have to do with investors' confidence. The trust is coming back gradually. But we have to thank the regulatory authority. They've tried to bring in sanity into the running of this the Nigerian Stock Exchange and the Security and Exchange Commission. They've been fantastic. And so we going forward, there is positive outlook, mostly from the Rescue Bank Q1 result that has been, I think, a little bit fair compared to what they had last year. But we keep saying and we keep hoping that they could sustain this trend. And if really these results are really the true mark of this company, then the Nigerian stock market may have a rally that would may likely be able to be one of the best rally in Africa and all over the world too. But you know, if you look at the prediction before, sometimes people said that the second quarter of the year is going to be a year that the market is going to recover. But at the moment, we are towards the end of the second quarter of the year, and the market has not really made that kind of appreciated recovery that everybody have hoped for. So people are now saying maybe towards the third and the last quarter, when the asset management company has come into swing, when these bank books have been cleared, when detail of the asset management company has been, when there is investors' confidence, I think going forward, there is hope for the Nigerian Stock Exchange.
Well, certainly what we are waiting for are sustained earnings reports to come through from these banking players, the detail on the AMC bill as well. What about merger and acquisition activity? I mean, we've heard ABSA's CEO say that it is looking for a potential acquisition in the Nigerian market, but it has no specific targets just yet. What's your outlook in that regard and the kind of consolidation we could well see come to the fore moving forward?
Alicia, we've been in this place before, and the news, when we were in that place before, it really helped the market. And we are coming back to that stage again, and I'm sure it's going to help the market. For an international bank of its status in South Africa to say they're coming to Nigeria, it's a good omen. That shows that the Nigerian economy is still one of the best in Africa going forward. And again, when you look at it again, is that this bank is not as bad as we thought they were. And if you look at if a bank that was so much, make provision so much, we're being bailed out with about 200 billion, 100 billion, and in the first quarter of the year, this bank is beginning to post results. That showed you that these banks have been not really as bad as people thought they were. That was one. And then the Nigerian economic is growing in a steady strong. So their coming is going to be good. Most Nigerian local banks are also looking forward to do acquisition and merger of themselves. But we still believe that going forward, the banking sector still remain one of the investors' toast, and other sectors too will benefit from this rally. We believe strongly, and I say confidently say that the market will definitely recover. The market will going forward, we'll see a very good market that will be driven by fundamentals, that will not be driven by sentiment, that will not be driven by hearsay. We are almost there now. We are getting there gradually. We are beginning to see a market that is beginning to have impact. When result comes, it gets. When result doesn't come, the price, people are able to say, no, this result is not good. Investors react to it, and it's very wonderful. So we are beginning to see this is the type of market we always wanted. This is the type of market we are now having. And we believe strongly that with the second quarter result of most of these big banks that were not even bailed out coming in, I think we are going to have a wonderful year.
Well, that's quite an analysis on the banking sector. In the meantime, I mean, the food and beverages sector came in as the worst performer on Friday, down 1 3/4%. This after having weathered the storm pretty nicely, proving to be quite a nice defensive play. What's your view on the food and beverages space?
Yeah, the food and beverages sector of the Nigerian Stock Exchange is one of those good sectors when it comes to dividend payout and capital appreciation. But I think now investors are beginning to react to a long overdue result from some of these companies that have not really come in. That's what we are saying. Now, we have been expecting the result for Dangote Flour. It has not really come out. We've been expecting result from Dangote Sugar too. It has not come out. We're expecting result from Nestle. And all these people are not really coming out with the result. So investors are really just watching and saying, why are they not coming with the result? Questions are being asked. So investors are not too confident about them. So people are beginning to say, this result is supposed to be out. It's not yet out yet. Why is this result? And the companies are not even coming out to give us any reason why the results are not out. So that is why you are beginning to see. But going forward, when you look at Dangote Flour, when you look at Dangote Sugar, you see that the first, second, and third quarter have been very good. When you look at Nestle, you realize that the first, second, and third quarter too have been good. So going forward, I think that sector still holds a lot of prospect. But I think it has to do with the runners of these sectors, the runners of these companies, to actually have a setting good timetable and to keep to their timetable of releasing results on time so that investors will be able to make quick decisions.